Welcome everybody to our Greene Acres. In today's video, I'm going to show y'all some ways of how we can make some budget-friendly and fun spring decor for our home. Hope you enjoy it. I've got a little treat in this video today, so if you'd love to go to the Goodwill and go shopping with me, make sure to stick to the end of the video because I'm going to include some Goodwill shopping and thrift store things that I found. So y'all stay tuned to the end because I've got a beautiful dish collection that I want to talk to y'all about. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to show y'all how we can make a beautiful, unique, but very simple wreath for springtime. You'll want to take an umbrella. The umbrella I'm using is a lace fabric umbrella, and I have this linked in my Amazon store. You will need some florals, and you can use whatever florals that you love the most. I love these Real Touch tulips, and I have these in several colors. These are also linked in my Amazon store. I'm going to use 2 bundles of them, and to keep the stems from going through the little cutouts in my umbrella, I just wrapped them with some little muslin fabric and just hot glued them to secure that strap around them. Now I can tuck them down into the umbrella and the stems won't stick out. You just want to arrange them at the top and get them arranged the way you want them. Then I'm going to take a piece of fabric. I'm just going to tie it around the center of the umbrella. Now I'm going to show y'all how you can take some really pretty little girls' hair bows. A lot of times you can find these at stores, very inexpensive, or you can order these online. These right here were sent to me by my sweet friend Monica, and I absolutely love the colors of these. So I'm going to take the pink one and show you how it looks with the pink one, and also I'll put the cream one on it and style it that way. Now I'm going to show y'all how we can take some scrap wood and make some pretty spring decor with it. I found this Jingle sign at Goodwill last year, and we just cut it in half. I painted it black and I distressed it using my electric sander. Now I'm going to take some beautiful transfers, and I will try to link these down below, and I'm pretty sure I got these on Amazon, but I will go back and check. I love the really pastel muted colors of these flowers, and I think they really go well with the black paint. Once I got my flowers applied, then I went in and added some extra little details. On these sheets of transfers were some little bees and some butterflies, so I just cut out some of those and I applied those with my flowers. Now I'm going to make a couple of little rustic hangers, and to do that I'm just going to utilize these little holes that are already in my scrap wood. I'm going to take a couple of pieces of some little rusted wire that we have and just twist that on. Now I'm going to show you another project using another piece of thrifted wood that I got for 79 cents. So always be on the lookout at the thrift stores to get your scrap wood. Now I'm using Waverly Ink chalk paint, and my chalk paint was running low, so I added a little bit of water. So I'm just going to apply a couple of coats until I got that little mermaid covered up. Now once the paint dried, I took it outside, and again I went over it really good with my electric sander, and I distressed it really well. I'm going to take another one of these beautiful floral transfers, and this one right here was a great shape for this because it was really long and my piece of wood was long and slender, so this was perfect. I applied it, and then I'm going to run over it with the clear sheet and burnish it on, and that just makes sure that it adheres to your project really well. And then I'm going to go over it with a sanding block. Just very lightly, I'm going to sand over it just to make it look like it is made into that wood. Then I'm going to take another little piece of scrap transfer that I have, and I'm just going to apply half of it, just kind of like it's cascading off the side. Run it over with some sandpaper, distress it a little bit, and now this piece is done. Another piece that I love to style in my home throughout all the seasons, but especially spring and summer, so we can display some beautiful florals, is pictures. A lot of times you can find these at yard sales or thrift stores. No matter what the color of the picture or the design that's on it, you can always spray paint it to your desired color. That's what I did to this one. I gave it a couple of layers of white spray paint. Now this is ready to set out and style with some beautiful florals for spring and summer. This project is going to be another piece of scrap wood that I have. I'm going to take this scrap piece of wood, and I'm going to take this new stencil that I have, and I will link it down below. I'm loving the black right now with it distressed. I think it just adds another element and detail to my home because y'all know I love a lot of whites and neutrals, but I love distressed black with a lot of this tan writing. So I'm going to take my chalk paint. This is Waverly and the color is Sandstone, and I'm going to apply my stencil using it. I'm going to tape it down really well using some painter's tape so it won't move. Once I got it in my desired area that I wanted my stencil, then I'm just going to go over it. You always want to use a very good quality stencil brush when you're applying stencils because it will make a huge difference in the bleeding that you get. Now once this dried, I took it outside, and this is the before of me putting my electric sander on it, and this is the after. The electric sander made such a huge difference to make this look like it was really rustic and worn. Now this is a great piece to set out because you can always make your own rustic signs and your own wall decor, and we did it on a budget because I used a piece of scrap wood that I have and a very inexpensive stencil. Nothing screams spring to me more than little bird's nest. So I'm going to show y'all how we can make and DIY our own bird's nest. They're very easy. This come from the thrift store, and I paid $2 for it. I took it apart, and I've got a couple of other components that I can use in future projects. But we want this little wicker orb right here. And a lot of times you can find these little wicker orbs at the thrift store. So I'm going to show you what you can do with it. If you find them, pick them up, because usually they're very inexpensive. Just get your wire cutters, cut it in half, and now we've got 2 little bird's nests. Just add your little Spanish moss, your raffia, or feathers, whatever you want for your little bird nest filling, and just fill it up, and then you can display it with whatever spring decor you want. You can put your little eggs in it now. You can put some florals in it. You can display it with your carrots. Such an easy way to upcycle these little wicker orbs. So just giving you ideas of when you see these at the thrift store, pick these up and make your own little bird's nest. Since we made a little bird's nest, now I'm going to show you how we can make a cute little no-sew fabric bird. I'm going to take some fabric that I have, and I have stenciled some lettering on it, and I've showed that in a previous video of how you can make your own stenciled fabric. But I took a stencil that I had and I stenciled that script writing on it, so now I'm just going to use it. I folded my fabric in two so it is doubled, and now I'm going to trace around this little bird that I have. You just want to use whatever kind of little bird pattern that you have and whatever pattern you want to use. And you could also freehand a little bird. I don't think it would be really hard to freehand this because it's a very simple design. I put a pin in it so my fabric would stay together and not slip. Then I'm just going to go around and very carefully I'm going to cut out my little bird. Once it's all cut out, now I'm going to reposition my fabric. I'm going to make sure I have the writing on the front, and then the back will be plain. I'm going to put the pin back in it so it doesn't slip, and I'm going to go around and using some hot glue, I'm going to go around all the edges and secure them down really well. I did leave a small opening so I could add some stuffing. Now I'm just using some stuffing from an oat pillow that I have, and just stuff it until you get it the desired fullness that you want it. Once you've got it the way you want it, then you just go in now and just glue up that little gap. Now once I get that glued in, now I'm just going to go around with my fingers, and I'm just going to go around and fray all the edges. Once I got it frayed, I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to trim it up and clip off any strings. Once now our little bird is made, now we're going to make him some little details. I want to give him a little beak. To do that, I just folded some of the same fabric that I just made my bird out of. I just folded it, I doubled it, and I just cut it in a little triangle in a beak shape, and then I'm just going to hot glue it on. Now I want to add a little detail for an eye. And you could use whatever you have on hand for an eye. You can use, a pearl, vintage jewelry, but I'm going to take a button. And because I want this to look a little bit more tufted than just the button being glued on top of the fabric, I'm going to take a needle and thread, and I'm going to put a few stitches in from the back and the front. And like I say, that way it'll give that little button a little bit of a tufted look, and it'll make it look a little bit better. Now I'm going to show y'all how we can make an egg swag garland. You just want to take whatever eggs that you desire. Now I picked these up at Walmart. These were $2.97 each, and I got 4 of them. But I'm only going to use 3 for this little swag today. But you could add less or you could add more. Now I just pulled the tops and the ribbons that they had on them. I just pulled all that out. This one I kind of pulled apart some of the little rattan twine that was on it, so I just secured it back in using my hot glue. Now on each one of my eggs at the top, I want to use some hot glue, and I want to glue in a piece of ribbon to make a long hanger. Now you can make your hangers as long as you want to. I'm cutting mine extra long because I'm not sure how, long I'm going to need them until I get them gathered up and I get them in a cascading shape. The ribbon that I'm using to make my hangers is linked in my Amazon store, but it's a really nice cotton linen and it comes on a large spool. Now I just made a 6-loop bow with tails for each one of my eggs, and then I'm just going to attach them to the top using some hot glue. Now you can embellish the tops of your eggs not only with ribbons and bows, but you could also put some beautiful florals or greenery on them. So just get creative with them. Now once you get all your bows attached, now I just want to put them in a cascading shape, and I just kind of staggered the lengths of my eggs. And like I say, I'm using 3 for this swag, but you could also use more. And then I just tied them in a knot once I got them gathered to the length I wanted each one. Okay, y'all, leave me a comment below if y'all love Pinterest and get inspired by Pinterest as much as I do. I had saved this inspiration right here made from this pallet wood. I had saved it several times, so I thought, you know what, it's time to make it. So I got Ben to help me, and we took a piece off of a pallet, and he sawed and made me 2 pieces. And luckily, it's already got holes in the top, so that is perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a frame, and actually I had the very exact frame that was in the Pinterest inspiration, but if you don't have a frame like that, Hobby Lobby has those little white frames on the wedding aisle. They would work great also. If you didn't like the white, you could also paint them gold or paint them whatever color you want for your project piece. Now I'm going to take this cute little bunny. It's a piece of a decoupage sheet, and I didn't use these little bunnies yet, so I'm going to go on and use it. Just using some glue stick. I'm not even going to use Mod Podge or any kind of decoupage medium. Glue stick will work just fine. I'm going to use the glue stick, apply it to the little back of the frame, and then just put my bunny on that glue stick, rub it down really good, make sure it adheres well, and it will stick really well. I put it back in the frame. Now the frame is ready. Now I just took a few sprigs of some greenery that I have. This I think come from Hobby Lobby. I just cut off a few sprigs, tied them around the bottom, and made some little greenery bouquets, and I hot glued them to my piece of wood. Once I got them in the area that I wanted them to where they would cascade out of the frame, I'm just going to place the frame on top of the greenery so you can see how I'm placing it on the board. Y'all, this project is this easy, but it turns out so beautiful. Alright, today 50% off is going to be everything that is red tagged. This little house right here, this is like a Target brand. This is $1.99, so half price it'll be $1. So this is a really cute little find. With spring coming around the corner, we're gonna be loving our birds and putting our birds back out. And this right here is like a candle votive. I love the color of this already. It's on just like a little stand. I'm not sure where this came from, but it's only $2.99, so I think I'm gonna pick this piece up. Something I always love to find at the thrift store are pictures, you know, or these large type vases. This right here, you can always paint this and cover up the graphic on it and make it whatever color you want to. This one right here is heavy. It is blue tag, but it is $5.99. So I definitely think this is a good piece that we can upcycle and, you know, make it a different color and put it into our home decor, and just a great piece to style some flowers and some greenery in. Here's another great little bird piece. That would be so cute. For spring, it's $2.99. It's kind of like a little metal. I don't know if it's pewter or silver plated or what, but this is really cute for springtime. So I'm going to pick this little piece up. These aren't blue tag, but they are $1.99. But I love rustic little wood pieces, especially in the winter time. So I think I'm going to pick both of these up, and these will be $4 for both. Here's a really cute little glass piece. It's already got some like fine macrame design around it. This would be really pretty. Put some greenery in it, put a candle in it. This is $2.99. It won't be half price, but I think we can do something with this, you know, make something out of it for spring and summertime. Always look in the children's section. You can always find cute little tutus. These make great little embellishments, like to put on our mannequins or just decorate some of our projects with. So I think I'm gonna pick this one up. These are really cute little figurines. They're not marked on the bottom, but they look, I don't know if they're old or not. They're like priced separately. So each one is $3.99. But these right here are together. These are really pretty. I like those too. And then they've got those back there in the back. Here's a little red pickup truck. This, I'm sure, was for Christmas. But you could always, $6. But you could always put something else over that and leave it out all year long. Put some really pretty florals and greenery in the little pickup. I think this is so cute. Wow, look at all the big hurricane glass. These are $1.99. Wow, look at all the hurricane glass vase tops that they have. I'm not sure what you call these, but I guess glass globes that go on top of like a, you know, a candlestick or something. But look at all of them. There's a bunch of them. I just saw these like metal buckets. Metal buckets are always good project pieces. And then they got these two, like these floral vases. They're galvanized. They're $1.99. They were originally around $3. This looks like these come from Walmart. But these always do really well, you know, to paint these up for spring and summer. Put florals in them. So these are good project pieces. Look at this cute little rustic reindeer. And of course, Christmas is over, but this is such a cute little piece for $2.99, so I think I'm going to pick him up. Look at these really neat bubblegum machines. They are $7.99, but they're not plastic. This one right here is also $7.99. It doesn't have the Jelly Belly sticker on it. Let's see. That looks like it's plastic on the bottom. This right here is glass, but these would be so fun. You could put all kinds of little things in this one. This one is actually metal on the bottom, so I actually like this one better. Here's a really nice basket. It's got like a wood bottom. It's not longer burger, but it looks a lot like it. It looks really nice, hand woven. It's got like a little plastic insert in it that comes in and out, and a little cloth liner. Okay, comment below if anybody knows what this is. It's like a ruler with some kind of like a little thing at the top. I'm not sure what this is. So comment down below and let me know if anybody knows what this is. It's $1.99. Okay, now the first thing I spotted when I walked in the store that morning was these hot pink shoes. And y'all are thinking, Teresa, what in the world are you thinking? Well, y'all just stay tuned because I purchased them and there will be an upcoming video of how I upcycle those. These right here, let's talk about these for a few minutes, y'all. Now, if y'all are collectors or know anything about these, please comment down below. They had a collection of these plates, and each one was a different design. So I did a little research, and I actually went out and I Googled each one of these names. These right here were pricey plates. I put them in my cart. I rode around with them. I was going to get them. Then I put them back. Probably a mistake, but I don't really decorate with this type color. And two, they were $5 a piece. And I didn't have time to really do a lot of research on them while in the store, so I left those. But I'm okay with that because I feel like if somebody came along after me and did collect these, I feel like they had a great day that day because they got something that they could add to their collection. So I did a little research, and the one that was named Jasmine, I looked it up, and it looked like, about around the $26 range for one plate. This one right here was the Rosa. It looks like it was $85. Now, the ones I saw had more of a yellow background to it, so I'm not sure what the difference is. So if you know, let me know below. Y'all, this right here, I'm $179.95 each for the one that was called Blue Rose. This one right here was $24.50, and it was the one that was called Poppy. So like I say, if y'all know anything about this dish collection, please comment below and educate us. I thought they were absolutely beautiful. And here it is in a different color tone. So evidently these dishes must have come in a different color. But very interesting find, and it was fun shopping and doing some research on those. After I left Goodwill that day, I stopped by my local Salvation Army. It is a smaller store. A lot of times I don't do voiceover in there because it's small and usually there's a lot of people around me. That was a Kirkland sign. As you can see, it was regular $20. I picked it up. This right here, I'm not sure what this is. It kind of resembles one of those little, little olive galvanized cans or containers, but I did pick this up. This was a good size, and I think that was $5. I'm just going to pan you around, let you see. At the Salvation Army, they do have a good little glass and dish selection, so I always love to go through there and see what kind of treasures I can find.